everybody, and welcome back to the Glow Up Tees podcast. I'm your host, Tarniqua Lachey, the founder of the Glow Up Diamonds Women's Wellness Support Group. I am so happy that you're here because we are here for season 3, episode 5, and it's all about brains, brawn, and beauty. If you looked at my last episode, we were talking about how happiness is personal. In this episode, we're going to be talking about exactly what brains, brawn, and beauty is. My whole entire Women's Wellness Support Group is based off mental health, physical health, as well as professional style, self-development, sisterhood, as well as self-care and self-love. It goes to show to let you know that the Glow Up Diamonds has a lot to offer, and I really wanted to break down what Brains, Brawn, and Beauty is for my new diamonds who have just started following me on Instagram and here on YouTube. I'm so excited that you're here, and I have a lot of helpful tips that I feel that can help you start living a little bit more intentional so that you can be able to reach your goals and reach personal satisfaction, okay? Take a second to like and subscribe to my channel where you can get more and more information off the Glow Up Tees podcast as well as on the Glow Up Show. We talk about any and everything between relationships, dating, finance tips, healthy living, on just for your benefit, all right? So I hope you've already taken a second to like this video. Let's get into these ways that I feel can be very helpful and beneficial to you when you're determining how to live intentionally. So first off, I want to start by asking you ladies a question. Like, have you ever really sat down and thought about how your life would go if you were living a little bit more intentionally? And when I say intentionally, I mean the people you talk to, the foods you eat, the places you go, where you spend your money, where you spend your time, where your energy goes, what you cry about, what you are up all night stressing about, the things that you tell your family and friends that you want, the things that you secretly want but you would never tell anybody because you're afraid to want them. What would happen if you were living intentionally and actually set those things as goals to actually achieve? That's what we're going to talk about today, because intentional living is all about you putting yourself first and making sure that you're making the necessary arrangements to meet your goals. Your goals can only be met if you're living intentionally, and I truly believe that on my own personal glow-up journey, that this is something that is very important and beneficial. So I want to get into these ways that I feel that they can help you, okay, diamonds? So the first one that I would like to talk to you all about is having an action plan with strategies and tactics, okay? You cannot say you want to do something if you have not already implemented a plan and a strategy. A lot of times we fail because we have a why, and we feel like the why is so huge and it's so big that it should be enough to keep us motivated. But ladies, really, you're setting yourself up for failure. You have to be disciplined and motivated. You have to be inclined to do what it is that you say you're going to do. You have to be about what you say you're going to be about. You have to say the things that you really want, what you really feel and what you really mean. That means effectively communicating your wants and your needs. Take myself for instance. If I feel like I'm overexerting my energy in an area of life, I like to communicate that with my family and friends so that I don't feel as though I'm coming off too pushy or that I'm too single-minded when it comes to trying to attain my personal gratification and my form of success. For me, success may be different for you. However, I know as far as my lane of intentional living, I cannot have distractions. I can't have people who do not look at my vision and feel as though that it's something that can be capable. I need people who talk to me positively. I need a great community, and I also need to know exactly what it is that I want so I can communicate that with my family and friends so that they can support me. They may have resources or it may be something that they're not interested in, but if they love you and support you, they have no problem putting your name into areas and into rooms where it possibly prepare you for. Another thing, ladies, budget. We really need to be more cognizant of our budget when we're saying that we want to reach a certain area. You may want to be a doctor. You may want to be a school teacher, or you may want to be a nurse. Whatever it is that you want to do, it doesn't matter. You have to budget your money. You have to live intentionally with your finances. You can't just be splurging. Oh, it's a sale. Oh, Yankee Candle is selling candles for $6. All these things, you can't do that because if it's not geared to where you're trying to go, it's most likely a distraction. $5, $10 adds up. Starbucks adds up. iTunes adds up. All these apps and stuff where you're just paying all this money and all these things, you know, to entertain yourself. You're really taking yourself away from what it is that you could be doing instead of watching Netflix, watching Hulu, accumulating all these bills that are pressuring you and hindering you from getting where you want to go. You got to be intentional about what you're doing, what you're eating. You need to know where every dollar is going if you're saying that you have a goal that you're trying to meet. Because a lot of times when we're trying to get something started, there's not a lot of money there and you're not bringing in any revenue. So you need to be taking money from your personal finances to get those things started. You can't do that if you're not already living intentionally and if you're living beyond your budget. The next thing, ladies, is positive self-image. If you do not have a positive self-image of yourself, and I don't mean, oh, I look cute today. It's I got a bonnet on, I'm cute every day. It's oh, my hair's bushy, but it's gonna get done on Tuesday. I still got money in my pocket. I still got breath to breathe. I'm happy. I'm secured with myself. That's what a positive self-image is. Having that can make your life a lot easier. You don't seek gratification from others. You're able to reward yourself where you feel as though it's necessary. Some girls like getting their nails done. Some girls like getting their hair done. Some girls, like to go shopping. Whatever it is that you like to do, you're entitled to that because you have to take care of yourself as well. If you saw my previous episode all about happiness being personal, your goals are aligned with what you want. So it's personal. So whatever it is that you need to do to satisfy yourself within means that can propel you forward to that goal is definitely necessary. Take myself for example. If I'm always on camera, I have to always aesthetically look my best. There is no reason why I should be on here slouching. My demeanor shouldn't be and all dry. I have to speak with confidence and I have to hold myself to a certain standard, walk in a godly fashion, as well as put myself out there in the appropriate form and manner so that you guys will understand the message that I'm trying to convey to you. If I'm standing up here and I'm talking about, cooking, and then I've never cooked a day in my life, you'd be able to tell, right? Because I'm implementing something that is not me. I'm giving off a false personification. And that's not what you ladies want to do. Whatever it is that you want to become, here at the Glow of Diamonds, we're here to help you along that personal journey. So if that's what you're looking for, you need to reach out to us so you can get some help, ladies. Whether it's with style, whether it's with personal confidence, whether it's with self-esteem, or if it's just being able to speak boldly and confidently and outwalk in that manner. The next thing I want to talk to you all about is discernment. Discernment is very important in navigating where you're trying to go. If you are easily blinded and sideswiped by each and every obstacle and situation and person and information that comes along your way, you will never reach your goals, ladies. You have to have discernment. Discernment is being able to make those principled, moralistic, and ethical decisions that will propel you forward. You're not going anywhere where you can get yourself hurt. You're not damaging your lungs if you're an orator. You're not hanging out with people who be shooting dice and hanging out all day because you have to get up in the morning to go to the office. You're making decisions that will impact your future. And you have to do that each and every day because that's what Brains, Brawn, and Beauty is about. It's about forming a lifestyle that you are comfortable with, that you know that you can kind of take up the notch each and every day by doing more. It's all about the compound interest theory, about you accumulating little and taking little tiny steps each and every day to get you to where you want to go. If you don't have discernment, there's no possible way that you will be able to reach any of the goals that you have, whether it's being happy, whether it's having more money, longevity within your career, whether it's better relationships, whether it's positive self-image, or the way you see the world. You have to have discernment because if you don't have a strong mind, you will be easily swayed and you'll fall for anything, ladies. And that's not what we want. We want you to walk in a godly fashion. We want to make sure that you are poised and structured and that you know what you want and you're diligently seeking it each and every day. The next thing, ladies, we want to focus on is where you currently are in life. If you can look around you and you are not pleased and not happy, it is nobody's responsibility to get you out of that rut but yourself. You have to seek what it is that you want. You have to analyze what it is that you want. You have to figure out what is it going to take for you to become that person and to be able to live out what it is that you say that you want. So if you're currently in a place like me right now where I'm just finding out what my purpose is, I'm full-fledged, I'm excited, I'm ready, I'm welcoming new opportunities, you have to be able to talk yourself into doing these things because you are already not used to doing them. You're trying to build up that muscle to be disciplined and motivated by yourself. You can't have people around you motivating you all the time. Now, it will be great if you had a community of people who is always around you and just like, hey, keep going, keep pushing, keep pushing. That's cool and dandy, but there are going to be times in the middle of the night where you can't make that phone call and you can't tell that person, hey, sit up with me. I'm struggling. I don't know what to do. You have to be able to dig deep into yourself. And that's where we talk about where you currently are in life. Where you are right now is the sum total of your decisions. The decisions you failed to make and the decisions that you did make have led you where you are right now. If you're watching this video, it may be because of interest maybe because of support. Hey girl, if you're here to support me, thanks. If it's not, it's because you literally want to know how to live your life intentionally. And if you are trying to live your life intentionally, you got to care about the people around you. If the people around you are not helping you, they're not supporting you, they're not pushing you, they're not motivating you, they see how comfortable you are in your stagnant area of life, and they're not telling you, hey, like, you can do better, you can do more, let's go, let's go. They're not putting fire up under your behind. They do not need to be wherever it is where you're going. They do not need to travel alongside with you, because they are not people who want to see you grow, and they are benefiting from you being a failure. I'm sorry, I said it. I shouldn't have said that, but it's true. Anybody who sat around and watched me be depressed, stressed out, suicidal, going back and forth, being indecisive, road rage, just static energy, just all those people who stayed around me and just would smoke with me or just chill with me or try to get me to hang out instead of digging deep to figure out what the hell the problem was with me, those people are no longer here, because I've realized what it is that I want, and they can't help me get there. So you have to look around you and say, where am I currently at in life, and what's helping me and what's not? If you're hanging with 6 broke bitches, ladies, you will be the 7th. Let's just say that. On to our last topic. And lastly, ladies, we're here to talk about networking. Networking is so important. This is my favorite topic because I'm one of those people who truly believe in working with other people, truly believe in just walking up to people and having conversations. God put us all here for our own purposes. A lot of us don't even know what our own purpose is because we're so busy just chasing money, 9 to 5 and all this other stuff that you kind of really don't even know what it is that you want to do or what you were put here to do. But I will say that just having conversations with people who might not necessarily be like-minded but might have skills that you need to propel yourself forward is a great addition to you being able to get where you're trying to go. I have gotten so many opportunities just from networking, being in the right place at the right time, just being able to open my mouth and say hi to somebody. Those types of things are what spark other people and be like, hey, okay, conversations. If you're not willing to have a conversation with a complete stranger to see what it is that they have, to see what you can contribute to them and what they can contribute to you, you won't get very far, because this is not a one-man show. Anything that you want to do cannot be done alone. It takes a community, it takes people who want to be involved, it takes people who want to get ahead as well. So if you're not big on networking, this is definitely a great women's wellness support group for you, because we push you, we train you and coach you to be able to go out there into society and tell people what you want effectively. And you communicate what your needs are. And you have to have the confidence and the strength to say, hey, you can either help me or you can't. And wipe your hands and go on to the next person, because you don't have time to waste. If you're watching this video, if you're like me, you're trying to get on the grind, you're trying to hustle, you know, your personal relationships might be affected, your friendships might be affected. Everybody around you might just be pissed off because you're getting the tools that you need to propel yourself forward and chase your personal happiness. All right, ladies, thank you so much for tuning in today. Today was a lovely episode. I'm really happy that you were here to get some of these tools and tips that I feel would help you in the brains, brawn, and beauty department, because that's what the Glow of Diamonds is all about. I want you to come back on more episodes just to learn more about yourself, learn more about other women, learn more about opportunities that you can possibly use within your business or with just your regular everyday living that you have going on. You might not be an entrepreneur, you might not want to do anything on YouTube or anything like that, but any advice that I give you, ladies, are gems of hope and gems of constructive criticism that I feel that will be necessary for you. These are all types of things that I have tried myself, trial and error, and the things that work, I bring to you here on the Glow of Teas podcast for you to decipher what works for you. So I'm so happy. I hope that you'll come back for episode 6, where we will be discussing more things that can get you propelled forward, whether it's in your health, whether it's in your wealth, or whether it's in spirit and in truth. Thank you so much, ladies. I am the Glow of Chief, the founder of the Glow of Diamonds, and I will see you next episode. Bye, ladies.